I wanted to go over a couple of things. Just some thoughts I had on some things. This is 2022 February, and I thought about that in 2023, next year. Linda and I have been reading professionally for 30 years. We started in '93. And I wanted to tell people, I like to, a lot of people comment nice things about my YouTubes, or they'll email me and say some nice things. And believe me, I really do appreciate that. And I look forward to it. It makes me happy to get those messages. So thank you. And if I try to respond if I can. And if I don't get back to you, though, don't think that it's not appreciated and liked. They are. And thank you for taking the time to do that. A lot of people say thank you for sharing your knowledge, and that's nice to hear. But like I said, we've been reading since '93. That's 30 years, and it's been one hell of a ride. It's been wonderful. And if you have something that neat that happened, you got to share it. So I mean, it was just, if it's something that amazing and that wonderful, you want to share how you did it or what you know from that anyway. And it's been a great thing. And yeah, we were a team. We're still a team. And but you can do it even if you're not a team. And we know a lot of pro readers, and most of them are by themselves. And they do just as fine as we do. But it is easier if there's two of you. And in the beginning, I'd have to say that Linda was the one who got us started. I met her, and after we were seeing each other a couple of weeks, and she owned a business in LaGrange, and successful business, tanning salon, massage, and nails. And she had about 12 years, for 15 years, something like that. And I took her to dinner, and I said, a lot of people at that time wanted Linda to read for them. A lot of stores, a lot of places that had events, readers, fairs, and stuff like that. Everybody knew her and wanted her to read for them. And that wasn't the case with me. So I don't know if I would have made it as a reader, yeah, but I don't know if it would have been a lot harder, I think, in my situation, if it wasn't for the fact that Linda had all these contacts that wanted her to read. And so we just fell right into it. And that's how that worked. But so I took her to dinner, and I just said, what do you think about us reading, going into this together, becoming pro? And she said, yeah, let's do it. And she wasn't reading for anybody at the time because she was afraid it might hurt her business that she had. If she didn't do good readings and these people going to her business, it might hurt her with that. So she didn't want to read for people. But she decided to take a chance at the two of us doing it. And it worked out real nice. So that's that. And it was, but I look back at this now, we both do. And we're at a point now where we're slowing down a lot. And COVID didn't help me the last 2 years. We still read at a store, biggest new age bookstore in Chicago, the Quest in Wheaton. And we haven't read there since the COVID, but we're still, anytime we want to go back in there and start reading, they're starting to get readers back in there. And we might go back and start working there again. So the door is open for us whenever we want to go back in there. We go there and we visit, say hi, but we haven't read there in a while. But I could look back and I could just see that, I remember a lot of people when we were starting out that were established and they're gone now. And now we're the ones who are in that place, and we're going to eventually fade out, and others are going to be coming up. And you look at that, you say, well, geez, why don't I just share what I know? And to me, that's just something that I think is fun to do. And that's why when I made my deck, I also made that a Creative Commons deck. For those of you who just coming to me now, coming to this channel, if you go to tarotmaps.com and you go to the downloads page, you can get my tarot deck there. Tarot Marseille by Patishi. And that deck is Creative Commons licensed. So you could take that deck and you could use it in your books, royalty free. I just put it up for everybody to use if you want it. So if you got my deck, you can use it. And even if you don't have my deck, you can just download the files right from my website there. In the downloads page, you could download the whole deck, the print ready files, full color, same regular size, same size, and it doesn't cost you nothing. And you could use that in your books. So all you have to do is put in your copyright page that the tarot cards used in this book are the Tarot Marseille by Patishi, copyright 2019. And that's it. And it's just fun to be able to share it with other people and things like that. But it's such an amazing ride that you want to be able to share with other people what you know at this point. And that gives me a lot of happiness to do that. So I enjoy it, and that's why I do it. It does help my book sales too. But I did want to mention that. Thank you for your comments. I'm glad you go to my channel. I'm glad you like it. And if you're just starting out as a reader, or you're trying to get established, it's worthwhile to continue on with what you're doing if you love what you're doing with this. And it can be a lot of fun. And you can come back and have a lot of memories looking at that and just saying what we did here was really something. And we're still going. We're slowing down a lot, but we're still going. And like I said, we're still in touch with different events that we were working on. And I could read if I want to keep those fairs I could work at and stuff like this, but I don't really care to do it right now. And neither does Linda. So we're sort of slowing down with it. But I am doing other things. I'm making a deck of cards, and I already made one deck of cards. So I'm making another. But and I'm always going to be writing books. And I'll be talking about the tarot and having a few talks, probably at TS, the Theosophical Society, about it when things start toning down with COVID here. And there's a couple other places in town that I can talk and teach. But you will have a lot of fun with this. And I think what really, if you have the gift of inspiration on this, if this really inspires you, that's a real advantage you have, because you'll never learn enough. If you're inspired about anything, I don't care what it is, you will constantly be looking to learn more about it. Or if you go to school to learn something, you take a class, you graduate, you say, okay, I learned that and now I have a degree. And you think you're supposed to stop learning or you don't need to learn anymore, but now you got your degree. But if you are really interested in what you're doing, you will constantly be looking for more to learn. And if there's nothing left to learn, you will seek new knowledge by creating it yourself if you have to. And that's when I started writing my books. And so if you're really inspired about doing tarot readings, look at that as a gift, because if you're not making it now, you'll make it eventually. And if you're inspired about something else and you just happen to click on this YouTube, that's still good advice for you there too. Anyway, I wanted to go over this. But I did want to thank the people that leave comments and subscribe to the channel too. And it is appreciated. And I do enjoy your messages and your comments. And I try to get back to you. And I will try to do more of that if I can. But if I don't think I didn't like what you had to say. But I wanted to go over this 4 keys spread that that I did. I'm going to put a link to that YouTube in the description here if you want to look at the actual reading I'm talking about. I did a specific reading with the 4 keys. This is a spread I created and I'm working on. I'm trying to fine tune it. And I looked at that after I did it, and I saw even more than what was there. One thing I liked about that spread was the fact that it's a circle with a center card, major arcana in the center. That's common for all the whole reading. But that circle allows you to interact other cards easily. Where usually I do a Celtic cross. And even today, if I were to do a reading today for somebody, I would throw a cross down. So I'm not really sold on the 4 keys yet. But I do see where over time, if I do give this spread a chance, it could be a spread that I would use just as regularly as I have the cross. So, but what I liked about this with this layout, the circle, is there was in this particular spread, there was 2 5s, there was 2 6s, and there was 2 7s, and minor arcana, and they were easy to see right off the bat that I had that pattern going because it's a circle. And if those same cards would have come up in a cross, I wouldn't have been able to see that as easily. And what I really liked about that spread is if you look at my 4 keys as a clock, the number 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock left to right there, along with the center and the card in the center, was how are you going to get this done? And I had a 5 of cups on the left and a 5 of coins. Yeah, 5 of coins on the no, 5 of wands. I had the 5 of cups and the 5 of wands. 5 of wands on the right, 5 of cups on the left, and the world card in the center. How are we going to achieve this goal? 2 5s. 5s to me are change. You got to rearrange things. You got to change things around. And if you've been putting this off, it's important that you actually get down to it now. And if there's things you didn't want to change or hoping you didn't have to, you need to look at this and say, okay, we got to get this done. We got to start changing some things. So that's how I was seeing that. Now, top to bottom, 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock is what is this question? And at the top, at 12 o'clock, I had the 10 of wands. At the bottom, I had the 6 of wands. Tens are completion to me. So on how the Five of Cups to the Five of Wands changes to getting things done, getting things complete. Tens are completion. Showed me clear as a bell that if I want this completed, I'm going to have to make some changes. What I really liked about that is 5 and 5 equals 10. So to get up to add this up and make it work, these changes got to take place. And I never saw a cross in that type of a pattern before. So the 4 keys allows you to see different connections that you wouldn't be able to see in another spread. I'm sure that works the same way with other spreads. Horoscope or the horseshoe spread or something might have the same type of thing, but none of those are a circle. And I think the circle really can be an advantage. At least it's starting to feel that way to me. So I'll put a link to that YouTube showing me doing the 4 keys and see what you think of it. So yeah, 30 years. Also had somebody comment, this has happened before, but some people commented on what my books are in the back. And I'm that way too. I like to see if somebody's got books in the back, I like to try to see what the books are. So one of these YouTubes very in the near future, I'm going to go over quickly what my books are about here in the back of me. And just so you know. A lot of Mad magazines. No, I got some books I'll share with you back here and show you. Anyway, Tuesday's our next Zoom meeting at 12 o'clock Chicago time, tarotmaps.com again. If you're on the website, go to the tarot gatherings in the menu and just click right into the Zoom meeting and you'll be right there. All are welcome. And we just sit around and talk about cards. And I really do think that that's a good way to learn the cards, talking to other readers. I don't have a school. I'm not into that. I don't want to do that. I do feel that just interacting with other readers and practicing and reading for people is all you really need. And you'll be reading. So you can do it. So I just wanted to remind everybody about the Zoom meeting and tell everybody that I like to share what I know because it's been it's been such a wonderful experience that I just got to do it. And I hope you have the same feeling 30 years from now, if you're just starting out, on how nice it was for you too. So anyway, keep throwing cards. We'll talk soon.